I think now that you're on the live, there's something I was actually thinking about the other day, man, and I think this would
Mm-hmm.
be a great conversation to have
Sure.
because so basically this is what I've been observing with the few years that I've been in the industry for. I've seen how like there's been three generations already. Like there's been three
Mm.
generations right now. I'm in the
Mm.
third generation and you are in the fourth generation, right? So with me, I
Okay.
got to I got to find inspiration from the generation that was before me, which was a generation your Ashley and stuff like that. But before Ashley's generation was also cash flow, no Sandile
Okay.
shares and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then it's our generation and the gens and stuff like that, and then there's your
Mm.
generation. So now I want to know what are the dynamics of being a young trader who is basically fresh out of school and is inspiring people who are in school, and like obviously we'll put
Yeah.
like a thing or two to making sure that the guys who are currently at school right now get to your level. So what is the one thing that you would say to the new generation traders who aspire to be in the industry? What is the one thing you could say, okay, sharp, I want people to know this as they are coming into the industry with sober minds, to understand that these are the few things
Mindset.
that we look at, especially as a
Mm-hmm.
young person, because one of the most dangerous places to be in the whole world is not dangerous places, but it's actually a place we regard as a fun place, and that is being at
True.
a place of being young and having money. That's the most
Mm.
dangerous place
Mm.
one can ever
Mm.
find
Mm.
themselves in.
True that.
So I mean, with that in mind, what can you say? What can you say to like the young generation that's coming in right now?
Like the first thing I'd say is that it's not easy, right? Two things I'll
Yeah.
say. First is it's not easy. And the second thing I'll say is even when you're in the game, it doesn't
Hmm.
become easier. In fact, it becomes harder, more difficult. You know?
Yeah.
Like first getting into the game is a mission, dog. The
Hmm.
process, learning, trying to break through, all that. But I feel like what's harder for like even I went through this recently. What's harder is staying in the game, because I'm not pointing names or anything, right? But I'm just saying is that there's traders who are here before us that
Yeah.
are
And who
that
am
are
I?
nowhere to be
Yeah.
seen. Mm,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, there's people,
100%.
there's traders I looked up to, but they're no longer here. So
Yeah.
coming into the game is hard, yes, but what's harder is staying in. You know, it's like not getting lost in the source. Because
Yeah.
when you're in the game, bro, like trust, I experienced this firsthand. When you're
Yeah.
in the game and you have money, especially when you're young, remember your mindset is not that much. That is not that mature.
Yeah.
You check.
True.
So so you get tempted, fast life, you know. Like that's the number one thing, honestly speaking, this like clubbing thing,
Yeah.
People are you find people want to what's this quote? Don't eat your seeds. Don't eat your seeds compared to the people eating their harvest, something like that,
Yeah. Yeah.
you
I
know?
hear. I hear what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, So like maintaining, bro, like you mustn't compete, bro. Like you could be like farming something, you could be farming your crops and everything, and your crops are still like you just farmed them, You don't want to eat them the same time, bro. You need to wait until they proper, bro. You need to wait until everything is processed and ready, and then you can
Yeah.
like pick, and eat them, So just like money, bro, like you see you getting when you're in the game, you're building your foundation,
Yeah.
right? And how you build your foundation determines whether you're staying in the game or you're no longer or you're not staying in the game.
Hundred
There's
percent.
traders,
Yeah.
there's people who can get into the game. Like they can get in, but hey, staying, dog, it's hard. It's really
So
hard.
yeah. So from what you're saying, what I'm picking up is that the most important thing is preparation before you actually get into the game, because then
True.
preparation kind of helps you uh, come up with a
Plan.
games a plan. Like
Yeah.
it helps you. So the preparation phase helps you with the plan of remaining relevant even out of season. That's what you're saying.
Mm, mm,
Yeah, I
yeah,
think that's a
definitely.
powerful point, dog, that people must really take to say,
And
like,
like,
don't just come in and rock up, but be prepared to rock up. And when you do rock up, do also have the game plan of how you're planning on being, consistent and also,
True.
think in the lines of longevity, because it's not just about you being in the game or arriving, but it's also about you staying in the game,
Staying,
which is like
bro.
very
And
important.
definitely, and I feel like what would be most appropriate to maybe the viewers here, right? Because I'm just assuming like most people right now are trying to get in the game, There's like every beginner trader, like, they're trying to break through, they're trying to master the skill, they're trying to be profitable. And by game, I'm not necessarily talking about fame,
Yeah,
because like there are traders that have less than 10K followers and are killing the markets. And they are,
100%.
So I'm not necessarily talking about fame. I'm just talking about you knowing yourself and you knowing what you want in life. So
Yeah.
as I was saying, many people like getting into the game, bro, like mastering the skill, all that. It's hard. Consistency, bro. It's even
Mm-hmm.
harder. It's hard to stay consistent when not seeing results. What are you staying consistent for? You know,
Mm-hmm.
like it's really hard. You see me, that's what I struggled with. I, like I kept drilling consistency into my head. It got hard. I was like, okay, I'm being consistent, but I'm not seeing my results. It's just
100%. Yeah.
about you need to program your mind and be like, okay, I want this. And no
Yeah.
matter what, you can go 3 months without seeing results, bro. You
Mm-hmm.
know, like you can go
Yeah.
3 months, 5 months, 6 months, a year. I know
Yeah.
people that have been training for 2 years, but they're unprofitable yet, you know?
Yeah.
And that's fine. That's fine. Everything has its time and it all goes, the game, bro, like the game won't, you can't cheat the grind.
Yeah.
It won't
Yeah.
reward you for anything you haven't worked for, you
Mm-hmm.
know? It's also all on you, how much effort you're putting in, you know?
You're actually
Like,
right, bro.
mm,
Yeah.
like you get,
So
mm,
yeah, yeah, I fully agree with you, Doc, that with success, like this is what I normally say to people when they ask me about like questions like, Dr. Martin, how did you get to where you are and stuff like that. Like my question is always my answer to the question is always the weirdest, to say I honestly don't recall my journey to where I am, because it's always been a repetitious cycle of the same thing that I've been doing that yielded different results every single
yeah,
time. The same
yeah,
thing that I'm doing right now is the same thing I used to do like 3 years ago, with a bit more resources and a bit more funding behind it. But the work
I feel
ethic
you.
has honestly been the same. Like I remember when I started trading, I used to spend like 20 plus hours on my screen. And with
Mm,
like right now, it's gotten a bit better because I understand my trading better, a whole lot better than I did when I first started. But also, I didn't have anyone to show me trading at that time, and I really
I
wanted
feel
to
you.
understand,
Yeah,
and I had to spend more time and put in the work to make sure that I'm actually getting this thing the way I'm supposed to. And the work ethic was then engraved into my heart. So I've always gotten used to working hard, and I've always gotten
yeah,
used to
definitely.
seeing results from working hard. And the only difference right now is that my hard work yields better results than it did at the beginning. But I can't remember the
True.
transition between me not having money to me having money. It's always been, okay, I'm gonna work hard, and
Hard
once I
work.
work hard, I'll get
Yeah,
results from that. Like if I funded $1,000, I would like $100. It would be okay, $100 to $500, and then you take out. So it's $200 to
yeah,
$1,000. You take out. So it's $1,000 to $10,000. So it's like it kept on escalating as you
I feel you.
focused on putting in the work. It's not really
And
about
being
the figures. And I
consistent.
think that's what, being consistent at the
Yeah,
work rate you put in, just so you can get results from the work you're putting
def
in. And that's one thing that people don't understand because of what
mm,
Instagram has engraved into our heads, to think that it's all
bro.
about the money because we keep on seeing the figures. But as you're saying, sometimes you go for months without seeing the money, but you still have to remain
True.
consistent. You still have to
Yeah,
do one and the same thing and be, consistent in what you're doing. And that's how breakthroughs normally come about, that people are
definitely.
doing one and the same thing over and over again until they actually break through. And that's something that we don't really preach. I think South Africa is one country that has got so much potential if we could start putting in the relevant work that's required for us to get to specific levels and
True.
heights. And
Putting in the hard
that's what I
work.
think. Yeah, like let's keep on putting in the work, bruh. And I think that's what can really change our lives. I
Definitely,
have
bro.
another
Definitely,
question. I have
like,
another question. I have another
sure,
question. What
sure.
is so this is going to be a bit more personal, because I feel like social media has set standards for us to say this is the right kind of amount to post. If you've made this much, then you haven't worked. But if you've made this much, then you've worked. In your perspective and in your regard, what would you say is a realistic figure for a beginner to be making? And I think that can help people to kind of understand and see that they are working. Let's say someone is starting out and they are really like starting out. What would you say are like the what is the bracket of realistic figures, if I can put it
Mm.
that way? What is the bracket of realistic figures for you in your own perspective to say, okay,
You see,
if you're still starting out and you're making this much to that much, then you must know that you are truly working. What is that bracket of realistic figures?
you see, to me, it's all about like how do I say it? You see, when you're starting, bro, it's
Mm-hmm.
hard because it could, let's say you find 2,000 when you're
Yeah.
starting. That 2,000 is your last 2,000, right?
Yeah.
And in most cases, you're gonna blow it if you're a beginner, right? But all it takes is that one trade, bro, like that one or those one or two trades that are just
Mm-hmm.
gonna blow you out, that are just gonna
Yeah.
break you through. Like you could fund 1,000, okay, you could fund 2,000, and then on a single, like, bro, you see, honestly, I believe in consistency and that one
Mm-hmm.
breakthrough trade. Like for me,
100%.
I made it through I made it through consistency, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like I used to make 200 rand a day. I was started trading 2019 currencies, bro. I used to make
Yeah.
200 rand a day, bro. Once I see 200, I close.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, try to add 200, close. And the market is funny because it's like it knows. You see, when you approach the market with a disciplined mindset, it's like it knows that, okay, Dr. Martin was disciplined today. Let me reward him. Let me reward him. You end up making double your daily targets.
I like
You know,
that. I like
when
that.
when
That's
when
so powerful, bro.
bro, like when you approach the markets with the right mindset, bro, like things go smooth. So in terms of the figures, before you even get to the figures, you need to have the mindset, bro, that it's not really about the figures. It's about the skill and the hard work. Do you check?
Bro, spitting
Like
facts.
like bro, like once you got the skill, bro, then like your work will show, bro. Like the results will show. The results don't lie, you know?
Yeah, I think I also share like the same stance. I wouldn't say there's a realistic figure per se for me. If I were
Mm,
to answer that, I would say the one way in which people can measure out their success, or rather their rate in which they are working to see whether there's results that are being yielded or not, is if they are
yeah,
able to smash their own personal goals and targets. Because
get
for me, a realistic figure could be 200 a day, but there's someone who cannot survive on 200 a day, or rather, who's got goals and dreams that are bigger. Or, like, let me not say goals and dreams, because then that would make people think that I'm speaking about buying a 7R. Because a lot of
okay,
traders, when they
yeah,
come into the market, they come into the markets thinking that they want to buy cars. And I mean, bro,
true,
like you've been killing it, dog. Like you've been killing it, but like you haven't been having unrealistic targets and stuff like that. You
true.
you you don't think to yourself that because I made 20 grand is not enough because I want to buy a car. You know what I mean? But even
Mm.
that
I
20
take
grand
take
is
it as
enough
it comes.
to eventually build
Live.
up to your targets. And guess what? The 20 grand you are making is able to cover your day-to-day targets and goals that you have. So I
Mm,
think for me, like, instead of having figures in our heads to say, okay, I want to close 200 rands a day, as you're saying, sometimes you're going to close 200, and sometimes you get that one trade where you just go crazy that day and you close 100,000. And I mean, that will
bro,
just be a breakthrough trade for you to be able to fund
bro,
bigger accounts, to eventually close bigger targets on a daily
yeah,
basis.
definitely.
But I think for me, people must get to a point where we set goals and targets that are realistic to where we are. It's like if I still live with
Definitely,
my
bro.
parents, I cannot set a goal that requires for me to cater for it when I'm not with my parents anymore, as of yet, until
Mm.
I ride onto the consistency wave. So it's like if I still live with my parents and I want to help them out with groceries, then I can come out with a realistic approach to that situation to say if I can
That
at
would
least
miss a
close
day.
200 a day, then the
Yeah.
200 rand a day can be 1,000 rand a month, 4,000. I mean, 1,000 rand a
True.
week, which equates to 4,000 rand a month. And if I do
And it
make
keeps
4,000
building.
rand a then I can give my parents 1,500. I'm left with 3,500. With the 1,000 I
Dog,
have, I'm gonna go buy myself a pair of sneakers. Second month, same
bro,
thing. And as you're doing that, your life keeps on changing bit by bit, bit by bit, bit by bit, without putting
definitely.
pressure on yourself to be like the other guys on Instagram who are closing big figures. Because for me,
Mm,
that's how I started, and that's how I got to
mm.
where I am, by being realistic to myself, first of all.
Yeah, yeah, and it's also like you see me, bro. Like I was trading like there was a time where I was popping off, right? I've been making like
Yeah,
10K, 20K a day, 10K, 20K a day, you know?
yeah,
That's all of my highlights. But you see nowadays, bro, like to show people that it's okay to make small profits. You know, people think making small profits is like a sin. They think it's wrong, you know? When there's nothing
yeah,
wrong. That's why now I only post small profits, you know?
yeah, yeah.
If you go on my page, you'll see running trades 2,000, 3,000. You know, just to show
And
people
that's
that there's
okay,
nothing wrong
bro.
with
There's
small.
nothing wrong with
Definitely,
that.
definitely. People
Nothing
mustn't let the
wrong
pressure
with
get
that,
to
bro.
them, bro. Literally, like you see, once you program yourself to accept that, like, bro, like we're also gonna get 1,000 rand. You know,
Yeah.
if you wake up, if you enter trades and you wake up to a blue screen running trades 1,000, take it, bro. We're also gonna get 1,000 rand. You know,
You know what I mean, dog? You know what I
bro, like
mean?
literally. Even me, dog, I make 1,000. I'm grateful. I'm 1,000 rand ahead. You know, my bank account is about to grow by a
Yeah.
thousand. You know,
So this is
stuff
the
like that.
motto I live by, right? So um I haven't spoken about this. I'm gonna record a YouTube video actually on my channel. It's gonna drop like maybe in a week or two. No, actually, I'm gonna postpone it. But I was
Yeah,
calculating my streams of income, and I realized that I've got 11 streams of income right now. And the streams of income I've had to build were basically from a small mindset of thinking to myself that an extra dollar is enough. A good entrepreneur will accept any deal that will give him an extra dollar a month.
true,
Not
true.
extra $10,000. An extra $1 is enough. So if you're a proper entrepreneur that thinks like business minded, even a deal that's gonna give you a guaranteed extra $1 a month is enough. Do you know why? Because that extra dollar is gonna take care of stuff that needs for you to build up an extra dollar on what you're already doing. So if you've got an extra dollar
Mm,
that's coming in guaranteed, then you know that okay, this literally takes care of one thing that I have to take care of. So that means like you're shortening your work span. Like it's like you're helping yourself to not
definitely.
work hard but work smart. So that's that's
Yeah,
that's one thing that I like from what you're saying, to say even an extra 1,000 rand in your bank account is
bro,
enough, because that's money you didn't have. And that's why people
bro.
don't make money, because remember what I said to you. Remember what I said to you when
Gratitude
we
makes room for more.
you know what I
Yes,
mean?
sir.
You know what I mean?
Bro,
So
literally.
people are not grateful, and because people are not grateful, they cannot make more money. And the more people are grateful, that's the more people will make more money. So I think once
Bro,
we get to that point of actually understanding that even an extra 1,000 rands a day is enough, then you are
bro,
grateful that for that extra 1,000 rands, and that extra 1,000 rands that you are grateful for will eventually make room for more. So that's what
more,
people must
definitely,
understand, that there's no
definitely,
there's no
bro,
small money, guys. Money is money.
bro,
There's no
bro.
little money,
Because it all
big
adds
money.
up,
Money is money. Money is money.
literally,
Honestly, you
literally.
know,
Because it's all gonna add up.
it's all gonna
It's
add
all
up to
gonna
the
add
big
up.
figure that you want
And
at
it's
the end
also,
of the day.
you see what you're saying, this gratitude thing, bro. Like, even besides money, even in life, bro. You know what's the
Life,
most
bro.
problem? Most people's problem, bro, when they pray. Okay, people pray, okay,
Bro.
but the one thing they do wrong, bro, before
They
asking for
complain, bro.
more, thank. Be thankful, bro. Like me, bro. I always
Yeah,
start my prayers with thanking God, bro. You know, like
bro. You know
always
what?
gotta
Like
start with
gratitude,
thanking,
bro.
bro, bro.
It's like, let's look at this like even from a friendship perspective. Like if I do stuff for you, ne, as a friend, and you are grateful for the things I do for you, you are setting up my heart to start doing more things for you, because I can see that
True.
this guy has a grateful heart and he appreciates me as a friend. And that's how God does things in life, that the more we are
Mm,
grateful about the little things that he does for us, bruh, then he's touched and moved to do things like bigger things for us. But when we
that's
actually don't
powerful.
appreciate
Yeah,
the small things, then we cannot receive bigger things. So we need to like get
Yo,
to a point where we are truly grateful. You see, with me, bro, like even with me, like I'm like you, dog. Like I'm very grateful even for the little things. And it's crazy that
bro.
like once you start being appreciative of the small things, then like you find yourself getting big things like
And you
unaware,
shocked, bro.
bro.
Like,
Like
dog,
unaware.
you
Like you
know,
get bigger things and you be shook as to
like,
where did we get here? But it's just gonna
bro,
keep on escalating on a day-to-day basis, bro, because you've got a grateful heart. So I think people need to be grateful even with the small amounts they make. So if
true.
you feel like you can't make 10,000 rands a day, that's okay. Like be okay with that. And with
Mm,
us, like even with me, like I was telling my other boys that were here to see me on how much I make a day. And it was just to share with them and show them the power of actually like staying true to yourself and staying consistent to the work. And it was
definitely.
inspirational to them as they were listening to me. But for me, it's like I'm grateful for that amount I make a day because I've seen days where I was making 500 rands a
Peanuts.
day. I was grateful
Yeah.
for the 500 rands a day. And I'm still grateful for the amount of money I make right now in a day. And I know that a year from now, it will be
It's gonna be even
different.
more.
And I'm still going to be grateful
Definitely.
for that. So
Definitely.
let's
Like you
not
see,
rush the process.
definitely. Like you see me, bro. I'm not gonna lie. You see, after you told me, like, remember those, we had that conversation
Yeah.
after that night out, we had
Hmm.
that conversation, and that's when you told me that gratitude makes room for more. And you're just telling me, bro, like you see that night. Like I never said this to you up until now, but I kid you not, like the next morning I was thinking about that, bro, and I was like, damn, you know, I've been living by that mindset, bro. Like you see, I feel like
Bro,
after that, after you told me, it's like be grateful in everything, like my life, bro, like it just shifted, I became started getting more
bro,
blessings, stuff like that.
bro.
Like so people really need to be grateful, bro. Like if there's a
Yeah.
word people sleep on, that is grateful. Like yo,
Bro,
people
bro,
need to
let's
understand,
just be grateful about the smallest things, bro. The slightest
bro.
things, dog.
Be grateful you got home. Be
Like,
grateful you got home today. Got home safe. You
bro,
weren't
like
killed.
we're on
You
this
weren't
life,
kidnapped,
we are alive, bro. That's
bro.
that's that's a
Bro.
small thing that we need to be grateful for, bro. Like,
Some people
ish,
didn't get home, bro. Like
bro,
life
bro.
is bro, life is like it's crazy. Like you need
Even
to be
before the
grateful,
money, dog. Just the fact that we are
bro.
still talking about it, dog.
You know,
That alone is just.
people think you only bless when money's involved, bro. Nah, like there's a picture rose. People think you bless when money's involved. It's deeper than that, dog. It's
Yeah,
life, you
dog.
know.
Life, bro.
It's life, bro. Like yo,
Ish, dog. But this was an interesting conversation, Vanu, that
too
people
much.
should
Very
really
unexpected,
learn from.
unexpected. But it's
I
always
didn't
facts,
expect
man.
it too, bro. I came on the live to say to just check the vibes.
You know the vibes.
You know the
You know the
vibes, my
vibes.
boy. You know the vibes.
So
You know the vibes. Hey,
life
bro.
is really
So
a gift.
yeah, life is really a gift, dog. You must check out my other video, dog, that I'm gonna post on my YouTube. It's gonna be crazy. I've been working even now, dog. You can see I'm in my home studio, dog. By
I
the way,
see
let
the
me show
lights, the
you.
blue lights.
So this is my setup. Everything
Mm.
still pushing. Um,
I see. I'm a
so
push, bro.
like one one
You're the
one
hero, bro.
one
You're the
crazy
inspiration.
video, dog. Oh, boy, see
Like
today's
people don't
video,
understand.
boy. And
You have a lot of knowledge, So you're the chosen one, bro.
it's
Trust
boy.
me. You're the chosen one. Like, Like people don't understand. Like, you see that weekend, bro? Me sitting down with you,
Yeah.
like, bro. Like, it's too much, bro. So those YouTube videos, people must check them out. Like
Hey,
the
bro. People
knowledge
must
you've
take
given
that.
me, bro. The knowledge you've given
Hey,
me,
bro.
like it's crazy. So like
Boy,
I
but
said,
come to
you're like the
Joburg,
chosen
boy.
one.
Come to
I'm
Joe's, dog.
moving
You
that
must come
side.
to
I'm
Joe.
telling you, I'm
You
moving,
must
dog. I
come
need
to
to come
Joe,
that side.
bro. Come, bro. This place
Yo,
is full of life, dog. But yo, man,
mm,
Durban was a jump. I enjoyed myself that side, boy. Yo,
hey,
Durban
it's
was
nice.
nice.
Hey,
But I
bro.
think
Hey,
I
that.
think I think Cape Town is also like another great like destination that I
Mm,
would I
mm.
wouldn't mind living in, bro. Yo,
You see
Cape
me,
Town.
bro. Like definitely. You see me, bro. Like I don't know. I was actually speaking to who was I speaking to my own friend. I was like, hey, bro. Like I'm a person. Like I like traveling, bro. You know, like I
Yeah,
wanna. You see, even me as like this fourth generation, like you're talking about. I don't
yeah.
wanna. like how do I say this? I don't wanna be flashing on Instagram, you know. I wanna do
Mhm.
me, you know, like I wanna travel, bro. One thing I like is traveling. Whether I'm going
Bro,
to Tanzania, whether I'm going to Mauritius, bro. I wanna
dog.
I wanna bring in a culture, bro. Like you see now, there's many
Yeah,
cultures you
dog.
see. There's cultures of flashing, there's cultures of going to
Yeah.
clubs, you know.
But that
I wanna do
traveling
it
culture
different.
must also come, boy.
Definitely, that's what I wanna do, bro. Like
Must
me, I
come.
wanna travel,
So
bro.
you must check Q Pence's story today.
Mm.
So I even reposted on my story like what, a part of the words that he said on his story. Right after this live talk, you must go check his stories out. He's speaking about the fact that so this other guy came on his profile and said this guy doesn't even look like a trader. He looks like a rapper or basketball player or whatever. And it's like, but what does a trader have to look like? Like we
True.
can't describe a trader. We can't say a trader has to wear glasses or has to be on his like has to be on the office every day or has to dress like this, whatever. But like a trader is
Mm.
someone who's got money, like a lot of money, and has the element
Knowledge.
of time. So you've got time
Yeah,
and money in your hands,
definitely.
excuse me,
You
and
know,
with that given to you,
mm,
you can fund anything you want. If you love cars, you can just keep on buying cars. If you love traveling, you can keep on traveling. If you love clothes, you can keep on
definitely.
buying clothes. But it gives you the privilege of actually funding what you love doing. So I think even with you, bro, like if you want to do that, like just do it, bro, you know, because obviously you would have made the money to start doing what you love doing. So I think people need to also adapt to that, to say you don't have to live like everyone is living on Instagram. You need to do
Yeah,
what you
change the
want to
game.
do. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, yeah, bro.
like you're gonna
Yeah,
remember
like
this. Trust me,
change the
dog.
game, man. Do
I'm
what
gonna
you are
introduce
born
this
to do.
culture. I'm
Yeah.
gonna introduce this culture, bro. Of you're gonna see, bro. Like yo, you know, like it's crazy.
So
It's crazy.
this is
Trust.
what he said. So I pinned it. This is what he said. The pinned
Top tier,
comments, yeah. Yeah. He
top
said
tier shit.
everything is top tier, dog. Like everything. So if you travel, you travel to the best destination. If you wear clothes, you wear the best clothes. If you buy cars,
True.
you buy the best cars. Like you do everything up to its max and to its fullest, mainly because
True.
you've got the time to do
Yeah,
everything you want to do. So I
the
think that's what
freedom.
people must really like think about as well. To say like, don't live like everyone is living. No one has set the standard to say like traders have to live like this. Traders have to do this and that.
Yeah,
Like, do yourself,
definitely,
Brian. Just
bro.
live life. You know?
Also, the stereotype of like example, a trader must have a full pipe. A trader must have a 7R. Like, bro, these traders out there who don't even have a 7R, but
Yeah,
they
dog, and
like,
they're killing it,
bro,
bro. They're killing
bro,
it. Like
they're
mad, bro.
killing,
Like madman.
bro.
They killing it
As
like
long as you're
madman.
doing
Look at
yourself,
the white people
yeah,
who are trading, dog. You think the white people who started trading before us Instagram traders came on? They're not even on Instagram, those guys. They don't drive the
bro,
cars we think they drive, but they probably live in bigger houses, have greater investments, but they still making money. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
but do you think Warren Buffett has time for 7 hours, dog? He doesn't have the time for seven
nah,
hours, dog. That guy,
bro,
dog. You think that guy has the time for go 7 hours, dog? No
and
way.
he has all the money to
Yet he
buy
has
it, but
money, dog.
bro, there's a picture I saw. He still drives his Honda, that Honda of
And yet
his,
he's money. So you see, like
bro.
our standards of financial freedom are very skewed,
You know what our
bruh.
problem is? Our problem is, you
Yeah,
see, us South Africans, we like things. Look at the UK traders. You won't see the UK traders doing what most of us are doing, you know? Like
yeah,
the
yeah,
standard, like you're saying, bro, like the standard, bro, like Warren Buffett's, you know, it's no time for 7 hours. Like we just like things, honestly
yeah.
speaking, you know?
100%, dog. I think
Like,
we still have a long way to go.
mm,
We'll see though, dog. You know, let's start a new wave of people who think differently, dog. I think it's possible.
yeah, definitely,
It's
bro. Like,
possible.
hey, own lane, own pace. Everyone must just, you know, you mustn't, don't compete with anyone. Just be in your own lane, bro, you know?
Hundred
Like
percent, dog.
that's when
Hundred
my
percent.
life shifted, bro. That's when I started seeing progress. When I stopped competing, you know, I'd be like, ah,
Yeah.
this guy made 20,000. I want to make 20,000. This guy has designer. I want to make designer. You know, everything comes to you at like you know the right time, bro.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
destiny never
everything
comes a
comes at the
second too
right
late
time.
or too early.
The right time, the right pace, you know. Also, bruh, like timing, dog, you know, like a timing, bro. Like people wanna move out of their season even when it's not their season. Like they wanna be in
Hey,
season,
bro.
and that's what frustrates people a lot because you can't do something that you are not graced to function in at that time and expect to be okay. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
sometimes if
definitely.
it's not your season, don't force to move in season when you are supposed to watch. Sometimes, bro, you know, even in soccer, dog, you know, like let's use like soccer as an example. Like the 90
Yeah,
minutes that those guys are playing for, like other guys are sitting down and they are watching them play. It's not everyone who's at the stadium who's playing. Sometimes at the
yeah.
stadium there might be presidents watching soccer players and they are applauding them, dog, because it's their time to play. There might be
That's
doctors who
deep.
are watching soccer players and they're applauding them because their time to play. And the fact that the president is at the stadium watching soccer players play and applauding them doesn't mean the president is any less important than the
Lesser,
players
yeah.
themselves.
It's
It's
because it's the
just their
players'
time to
times.
play. It's
Definitely,
just their
yeah.
time. It's just their season to
That's
play.
powerful.
So people must understand seasons. That if it's not your season yet, be okay with applauding others. And it doesn't mean that if you're applauding the guys who are playing, you are any less than them. It just means it's not your time yet. It's not your time.
Definitely,
You're
definitely. I
just
feel, yeah.
you know, you're just
Hey,
applauding
boy.
people who have time and space to play at that particular time. Applaud them. And then when it's your time, the players and the rest of the country will sit down and listen to the president. You know what I mean?
Definitely,
It's kind of like
definitely,
people
yeah.
don't understand
Yeah,
seasons.
everyone has his time. Yeah,
Everything
yo,
has
that's
seasons.
powerful.
Everything has seasons, bro.
That's powerful. You know that part where you said eventually the presidents will sit down and speak and everyone will applaud him. Like that's crazy, bro. You know?
You know, it's like that's life, bro. If it's your season, people will applaud you. If it's not your season, applaud the others. And that doesn't make you any
Definitely.
less important. It doesn't make you any less important.
Hey, that's powerful, yo. That one was too much. Yo, it's true though, bro. Like you see, like you mustn't be mad or jealous when people around you win. You know, it just shows that the
Yeah,
queue's moving, bro. You know, if
the
your close
queue's moving.
friend, bro,
You're
definitely if your
close.
close
You know
friend,
that's what they say,
mm,
bro. They say with success needs to be celebrated because if you see people around you succeeding, that means it's in the neighborhood, bro. That's how it
ish,
is. Bandile
ish,
boy, I'm
true.
telling you right now. You know what they say about people you surround yourself with? They say
Mm,
they say like show me your friends and I'll tell you your future. That's because if one of your friends succeed, chances are you are next in line. So it's okay to
yeah,
celebrate your friends when they succeed. Because
cause you're
if your
next.
friends are
Yeah,
successful, if I ask you who your friends are and you show me successful friends, then I know and I have an idea of who you are just by looking at your
ish,
successful friends, even when you are not successful as yet, because
yeah.
the success is in the neighborhood. So let's be okay, guys, with applauding one another. If you see people doing good stuff, just applaud them, and be
Your
okay.
time is
Show
coming.
positive
You
vibe.
know,
Your time is coming. You know what
definitely,
I mean?
bro. Definitely, that was powerful. You know, and like when your time comes, you won't believe it. Like, dog, I kid you
You
not.
won't believe it, boy.
Like, even dog, like yo, like me right now. You see, remember the first thing I said when I saw you? It was like, I can't
Sure.
believe this is happening. I can't believe I'm with you right now. You know, like, hey, dog, it's crazy, but like, you are right, bro. Like when you know, like when people around you are succeeding, bro. Like, yeah, yo,
Ish, bruh. Your time is very close by, bruh.
it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, yo,
Yeah,
dog, you always speak facts. You always speak facts, bro. You always speak facts.
ish, boy. You know,
When
bruh.
you left, when you
With
left,
you
you left
adapt
my
to
jaw
energies, dog.
dropping.
This thing, dog. You
Definitely.
adapt to energies. You have a positive vibe, dog. I'm telling you, dog. And
Bro.
sometimes, dog, you can already tell where a person will be in the next 10 years just by speaking to them. And you're one of the people that I know, dog. That in the next 10 years, when we speak about greatness, your name will be there, dog. I'm not talking about Instagram fame, dog. Me, dog. I'm not talking about Instagram fame, dog. By the way, because
Progress
it's
into
easy
life.
in followers, you know, dog. It's
Too
easy,
much.
boy. Followers, it's easy. Me, I'm speaking about life, dog. When we speak about is it just a game, dog? In the next 10 years, I know, boy, and that's because of how you think and the energy you carry around. You know, you can already tell where a person can be based on how they think and the energy they carry around. And I think you're
Yeah.
one of the people I've met who carry out a very beautiful energy, dog. And if people don't know this, like they must know that like this dude over here carries a very heavy energy, guys. Like his energy is a vibe, guys. You know, that's why
I
he's
shut
always
up.
saying, you know,
You
the
know the
vibes,
vibes. We
vibes. You
know,
know what I
bro.
because he carries a
Hey, that's
very great energy, and you can tell even with the mindset that homeboy is going far. And ababaning futhi abantu abakhuluma isingisi esiclean njengalo bhuti esikhuluma naye manje.
Danko Jayam. Jayam. Yo,
You
I see
know,
now
my boy.
motivated, even more motivated, you know. Like, dog, you see, also, like, things people must understand is that you never know enough, you know. Like, you
Yeah,
always learn, bro,
yeah,
you know. Like, even me today, I learned a lot of things on this live, you know.
yeah.
Like,
I
dog,
also
you
learned
never,
I
you know,
we,
we learn
the
from each
learning
other.
never stops, dog. Learning never stops.
True, bro. True that, bro. This was too much, bro. This
Fana,
was
let
too
me
much.
let
Shout
me
out.
go eat now, man. I'm
Do me a
actually
favor,
not gonna
dog.
sleep. Yeah,
Are you gonna do that video? Do you see that part after this live? Go to your archives, right? Archives, and just
yeah.
screen record that part. This part that you were just talking about now towards the end, and please send it to me because